Good morning and welcome to the Red Mic. Hope everybody's doing okay today. These Red Mic messages are leadership and life lessons I've picked up from 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football coach and scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. Before I get into today's Red Mic message, a couple of announcements though. First of all, happy birthday to my earliest best friend in life, a guy named Victor Medrano. Victor and I were buddies, kindergarten, first and second grade. Then his family moved away, and we reconnected years and years later, thanks to Facebook. Victor's a great guy. Like I said, he was my earliest best friend. We started off together at McGahey Elementary and then ended up at Sam Houston Elementary there in Wichita Falls. And by the way, Victor is probably the biggest Dallas Cowboys fan I know in my life. So if you know Victor, if you run into him, tell him happy birthday. Tell him you heard about it on the Red Mic, and tell him I was thinking about him today. Also, October 1st marks the beginning of National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So you're going to see a lot of pink ribbons everywhere. You're going to see pink stuff everywhere. You're going to see the NFL wearing special jerseys or socks or any number of things. You'll see Major League Baseball involved, which is, great because what are we talking about? We're talking about saving second base, right? National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Ladies, check yourself. If there's anything even remotely out of the ordinary when you're checking yourself, go see a doctor. Get those annuals done, the whole bit. Take care of yourself. Early detection is the key. You can also have proactive things done now. So without getting too clinical, take care of yourself. Again, October 1st, today marks the beginning of National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, ladies, save second base. All right. Now, today's Red Mic message. There are 6 things you can do that cost you nothing except a little bit of effort, maybe a little bit of time, and they can have a great impact on your professional and your personal life. And they're little things, really, skills that don't require a degree, certificate, special talents. They are just little qualities that can help make your career shoot up into the next level. What are we talking about? Separating the good from the great. What are we talking about? The art of listening. You've heard me say it before. You've got 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listening's more important. But it's not just about hearing the words. You've got to understand the intent. You've got to understand the emotion, the underlying message, the content. So be present in the moment when someone's talking to you or communicating in some way. Be engaged. Have a genuine interest in understanding them. Listen. Okay, Stephen Covey said most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. If you will be one of those people who listens with the intent to understand, that immediately is going to set you above and beyond others. And again, sorry, I neglected to turn my sound off on my phone. I apologize for that. All right, hopefully that took care of it. Oh, another October 1st thing to recognize. Like him, love him, loathe him, dislike him, whatever. Happy birthday to former President Jimmy Carter. 100 years old today. Congratulations. All right, back to the countdown. Next, punctuality. Costs you nothing but a little bit of time, a little bit of effort to be on time. Now, you don't have to go the military route and saying, on time is late and 5 minutes early is on time. But I will say this. A lot of Teams meetings, online meetings that I take part in, I'll be there right on time, maybe even a little bit early, and inevitably we will end up saying, well, let's give people a minute or two to get here. No. If it's my meeting, if I'm running it, I'm starting on time. Not because I disrespect them, but because I respect the people who showed up on time. Maybe even those who showed up a little bit early. It's a sign of respect for others. It's a reflection of your professionalism. It tells people you value their time and you're organized and reliable. Just me, but I'll be honest with you, I'm late. Other things get in the way. If it's a meeting where I have to definitely be there, though, I'm going to be on time. If it's one where I'm just one of the voices of dozens that are taking part, yeah, I might let other priorities intrude. You got to make those decisions for yourself. Benjamin Franklin, time is money. Okay, be a good coworker. And it's not just about getting along with other people. It's about supporting your colleagues, giving them help when you need it. Create a positive work environment. Be the coworker that you wish you had. That sound familiar? It's related to it's almost it's at least tangentially related to the golden rule. But do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Be the coworker you wish you had. Remember what Maya Angelou said. People may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So make people feel good because you're part of their life, you're part of their discussion, you're part of their work team. Be a good employee, be a good coworker. Don't complain all the time. Don't always be the nitpicker. Don't point out the grammatical or the anecdote or the metaphorical mistakes. Be a good coworker. Okay. Learn from your mistakes. Mistakes are going to happen. They're inevitable. You're going to make mistakes. I've probably made mistakes already this morning. But how you handle them, they can really help define your character. And don't forget, also, you remember me posting the Rocky movie clip a while back. Life is going to hit you hard, but it ain't about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you get hit and you keep standing up. H.G. Wells said, if you fell down yesterday, stand up today. So learn from your mistakes, but keep plugging, keep going forward. Okay. Focus on your work, be positive, avoid getting involved in unnecessary drama. In other words, be easy to work with, okay? It's a little bit different spin than being just a good coworker. Be easy to work with. Try to make people's lives a little bit better. Oh, by the way, talking about work, you may be wondering, hey, Patrick, Red Mike, why are you wearing that Christmas tie? Well, this is my favorite tie. I usually only wear it a couple, 3 times a year because the Christmas window is short, right? This is a Jerry Garcia Christmas tie. Notice the little black, the little Christmas trees. Love this tie. Well, why are you wearing it in October? Well, we're taking a staff photo today where we were asked to wear red, green, or black, or white, and, holiday and all of that. So Christmas card kind of thing. So I'm wearing my Jerry Garcia tie. Love this tie. Okay, back. Focus on your work being easy to work with. Teddy Roosevelt. The most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people. I think you'll find that quote and a whole lot of other quotes directly related from people like Zig Ziglar and, Stephen Covey, Dale Carnegie. Very important. Again, the most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people. Teddy Roosevelt, got to give the man props, right? All right. Last but not least, getting stuff done, right? Getting stuff done. If people know that you are going to be the go-to person and you're going to knock stuff out in relatively quick fashion and it's going to be relatively mistake-free and clean when they get it back, you're going to be somebody that they rely on. If you are known as, well, man, Patrick can, research with the best of them. You ask him for, some information, he's going to get it back to you. Or you ask him for a press release or a speech or, a marketing plan or whatever. He's going to be Johnny on the spot. He's going to knock it out. That reputation takes a while to develop. But if you become known as the person who can get stuff done, people are going to come to you. One of my early government jobs, my first day on the job, they handed me a bunch of information and said, yeah, I'd like you to work on this press release. Okay, well, I used to be you've heard me say I used to be a newspaper reporter. I had to write sometimes 2-3 articles a day, plus had to write 1 or 2 for the weekend, all in the course of a 5-day, 8-hour day each, So I took the information, I read it, I looked on the internet, found a few more things to add that were directly related to it. I pounded out a press release, created a quote from the office holder I was working for, and I was done with it in maybe 2 hours. It wasn't, quoting Elle Woods, like it's hard. Yeah. And I took it to my boss, and she was like, what is this? I said, press release. She was like, oh, wow, I figured you'd work on that for several days. No, here. Well, I went from being a press secretary to being a speechwriter, and it was basically on the reputation of being able to get stuff done. Doing it quickly, doing it well, doing it, again, relatively free of mistakes. Again, everybody's going to make mistakes. You learn from them, you move on. Mark Twain said, I can write an article of 800 words in 12 hours. If you give me 2 weeks, I can probably make it 500. Now, a couple of meanings in that. Yes, he was probably talking about how if you spend more time, you might edit it, you might make it cleaner, you might make it a little bit more concise. I like to think of it as, if you give me 2 weeks, I might end up procrastinating. I might end up waiting. I might end up not giving you as thorough a job. Take it either way you want. I think it was probably the former that he was talking about, but I think there's 2 meanings in that particular quote. Again, these skills seem pretty basic, but I think they're fundamental to your career success and personal success. They don't require any special talents or abilities, just your conscious effort and a commitment to personal excellence. And that's today's Red Mike message. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you find it helpful. I hope you'll give me a like, a follow, and a share. Remember, National Breast Cancer Awareness Month starts today, so be on the lookout for pink stuff. And ladies, remember, get yourselves checked. Last but not least, as always, before I shut down today, life is short. Drink the bourbon.